Alright mga kapatid, inanunsyo na ng Kremlin o ng Russia na magkakaroon nga ng meeting si Trump at saka si Putin. Ito sa mga susunod na mga araw o pinakamalapit siguro by next week. Sabi rito sa report mula rito sa First Post, the Kremlin has announced that Russian President Vladimir Putin will meet US President Donald Trump in the coming days. The meeting, which is expected next week, will be the first between the leaders of Russia and America since the Ukraine war began. Will this meeting lead to a ceasefire? No? Sana mga tol, pero yan ay katanungan. Sana yung magiging pagpupulong ni Putin at saka ni Trump, alam naman natin parehong matikas na leader yan, wag mauwi sa pag-uusap nila. Yun, alam mo yung magkasagutan sila, hindi sila magkaunawaan at lalong mas maging matindi ang magiging labanan. Sana mga tol, etong pagpupulong na yan ang maghatid sa mas lalong kapayapaan. No? So panoorin natin itong report mula rito sa First Post mga tol. Bago natin to simulan, huwag mo kalimutan mag-subscribe. Click mo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify ka. At syempre sa mga Facebook, follow na rin kayo mga tol. At like na rin kayo rito sa ating page. Alright, so huwag na natin patagalin pa. Panoorin na natin to. Kasi hindi naman porket sinabing pulong, meeting, maayos na, no? Halimbawa na lang, nung nagkaroon ng meeting si Zelensky at saka si Trump. Di ba nagkaroon sila ng hindi pagkakaunawaan? Nagkaroon sila ng sagutan at pinalabas nga ni Trump si Zelensky ng, oval ba tawag doon sa lugar na yon? Paano kung biglang sa pag-uusap ni Trump at saka ni Putin hindi sila magkaunawaan, nagkaroon ng tension mismo dun sa pulong nila, sa meeting nila? Kaya nga ang wish natin, ang hiling natin, maging maayos yung meeting nila, yung pagpupulong nila at doon mga tol, magkaayos sila. Magkaroon sila ng kasunduan para matapos na etong labanan na to. And Donald Trump set to meet Putin. First meet since Ukraine war. Kremlin says meeting in coming days.
Big day.
As Trump's truce deadline looms. Will meeting produce results? Sana, di ba? At hindi ang result kabaliktaran. Kumbaga, wag naman sana yung resulta mas lalo pang magiging masama. Face to face.
It's finally set to happen. No more secret phone calls, no more messenger diplomacy. Donald Trump is set to meet Vladimir Putin, their first ever meeting since Trump's first term.
Unang-unang meeting nila.
Also the first presidential meet since the Ukraine war. It could happen as soon as next week. The announcement came from the Kremlin. They are working out some of the key details like the agenda, the location, and the optics. Listen in.
Speaking about the Ukrainian matters, at the suggestion of the American side, an agreement was essentially reached to hold a bilateral meeting at the highest level in the coming days.
At the highest level. Kasi nga, leader sa leader na to eh. Hindi na to sa mga representative lang. So highest level na talaga. No, parehong matikas mga tol. At yun nga ang hinihiling natin. No, sana kapag nag-meeting tong dalawang to, ay hindi sila yung mag-away pa mismo. Katulad na lamang nung nangyari nung nag-meeting si Trump at saka si Zelensky. Diba? Alam naman natin to si Trump Kala mo talagang siya may control ng buong mundo eh.
That is, a meeting between President Vladimir Putin and President Donald Trump.
Now this is big news. The last US-Russia summit was in 2021. That's when Joe Biden met Putin in Switzerland.
Eto bago pa to atakihin ng Russia ang Ukraine kasi 2021 to eh. Alam ko 2022 nung umatake na ang Russia sa Ukraine.
And then Russia invaded Ukraine.
Yun nga.
And ties plunged to rock bottom. When Trump came to office, he slowly revived it. First phone calls, then ministerial meetings, and now finally the big one. A sit down between Trump and Putin.
2017 pa first term ni Trump.
How exactly did both sides agree to this? And what are they hoping to achieve? Let's look at the build-up first. Trump had promised to end the war in 24 hours. When he couldn't, he began losing patience. He criticized Russian attacks.
Yun nga eh, no? Walang pasensya eh.
He gave weapons to Ukraine. Then last week, he issued an ultimatum to Moscow, end the war by August 8th.
And, Trump wants deal to end Russia's war in Ukraine by August 8. Today, US tells UN. Pero advance kasi tayo ng isang araw o ng ilang oras dito sa Amerika. So 7 pa lang sa kanila, 8 na sa atin.
Or face sanctions. Soon after, he also made a nuclear threat. Trump announced that he was moving nuclear submarines near Russia. He was posturing before talks. Because this week, Trump dispatched his special envoy to Moscow, his man Friday, Steve Witkoff. This was Witkoff's 5th trip in 2025.
Ooh, 5th. Pang-5 na.
Yesterday, he had a long meeting with Putin. Reports say around 3 hours long. In this meeting, Witkoff made a proposal, a trilateral summit between Putin, Zelensky, and Trump. But Putin rejected it.
Ayaw ni Putin ng tatlong trilateral meeting. Gusto niya one-on-one lang, bilateral.
Afterwards, Trump made a statement in Washington. He said there was no breakthrough in Moscow. But he hinted at a meeting with Putin.
What was the breakthrough today? Did Vladimir Putin make some kind of concession that he hasn't been willing to make before?
I don't call it a breakthrough. I mean, we've been working on this a long time. There are thousands of young people dying, mostly soldiers, but also, missiles being hit into Kiev and other places. We had some very good talks with President Putin today, and there's a very good chance that we could be ending the end of that road. That road was long and continues to be long, but there's a good chance that there will be a meeting very soon.
Good chance. Magkaroon ng meeting very soon. Pero, syempre, sana maging maayos din yung meeting na yon. Pero ano na yan eh, magandang pagkakataon na kasi yan talaga eh, para makapag-usap sila ng personal, di ba? Hindi yung tipong representative lang, di ba?
So yesterday, the US proposed a trilateral. Today, we hear of a bilateral. Is this some middle ground? Maybe Putin said no to the meeting with Zelensky, but he agreed to a summit with Trump.
So ayaw niyang makamiting, tatlo sila, Zelensky, Trump, Putin. Ayaw niya. Ayaw ni Putin. Pero payag siya, dalawa lang sila ni Trump.
Maybe Putin said no to the meeting with Zelensky, but he agreed to a summit with Trump. At this point, we can only speculate. Whatever the reason, the Ukrainians are quite happy. Zelensky says Russia seems more open to a truce.
We discussed what was said in Moscow. It appears that Russia is now more inclined to consider a ceasefire. The pressure on them is working. But the main thing is to make sure they don't deceive anyone in the details, neither us nor the United States.
Syempre, masaya ang Ukraine kasi kung sakasakaling magtatagumpay etong pagpupulong ni Trump at saka ni Putin at matatapos ang labanan, mga tol, malaking bagay yon para sa Ukraine. Kasi kapag hindi pa inawat si Putin, mga tol, baka talagang pulbusin niya na tong Ukraine. Diba? Kasi nakita naman natin kung anong kakayanan ng Russia. Napakaraming bansa na, mga tol, NATO, European Union, Amerika, pero hindi sila nagtitinag. Ano pa kaya sa Ukraine, di ba? Ang Ukraine, mga tol, nauubusan na rin sila. Nangihingi na nga sila ng tulong, pati nga daw pampasweldo sa mga sundalo niya. Well, ayon yun sa mga napanood nating report, ha. So, sana lang daw, walang mang-isa, walang man-deceive, sabing ganun. No? Russia man yan, no? Amerika, sana wala. At sana matuloy nga itong kapayapaan na to.
Вона абсолютно конкретна.
Now, two questions remain. Where will they meet and what will they discuss? In the past, such summits have happened in neutral countries. In 2018, Trump met Putin in Finland. Back then, Finland was a neutral country.
Back then. Ngayon.
But today, Finland is a part of NATO. In
NATO
2021, the meeting happened in Switzerland. The Swiss are still neutral, but they have imposed sanctions on Russia, which leaves the Gulf nations. All of them have close ties with both Russia and the US.
Yun lang. So, hindi na sila neutral ngayon.
In fact, the UAE's president is visiting Moscow as we speak. Putin suggested that his country could play host.
Your aide said the meeting was likely to be held next week. But where? Could you
So, gusto ni Putin sa mismong bansa niya.
at least hint at this place?
We have a lot of friends that are ready to help us organize such an event. Here is one of our friends, the President of the United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
I think we will decide, but this could be one of the suitable venues.
So pwede sa United Arab Emirates, sa UAE. No? Pwedeng doon ganapin yung kanilang pagpupulong. The President of the United Arab Emirates, I think we will decide, but this could be one of the suitable venues.
Another possibility is Turkey, or who knows?
Turkey.
Maybe it will be a wild card. What matters is not the location, what matters is the agenda. What will both men be looking to achieve? Trump will be betting on personally persuading Putin. He has spoken about it in the past. Trump feels that he must be at the table if the war is to end.
Nothing's going to happen until Putin and I get together, okay? And obviously he wasn't going to go. He was going to go, but he thought I was going to go. He wasn't going if I wasn't there. And I don't believe anything's going to happen, whether you like it or not, until he and I get together. But we're going to have to get it solved because too many people are dying.
Kailangan nga talaga nila mag-usap. One-on-one, mga tol, at talagang personal dapat.
Well, that is Trump's best case scenario. He convinces Putin to end the war. And what about the other side? Just the optics is a big victory for Putin. Europe thinks they have managed to isolate Russia, but next week Putin will be shaking hands with Europe's top ally. Certainly not isolation. As for the talks, Putin will have different goals. Best case scenario, he wins over Trump. The US president goes back to abandoning Ukraine, no aid, no sanctions. If he cannot achieve that, Putin may look to buy time.
Yun lang.
Trump's ceasefire deadline is tomorrow. After that, the US may target Russia's trading partners. They've already tariffed India. Other partners could be next. And that's the risk with Trump. Putin knew that Joe Biden would never violate some red lines. It took him 2 years to allow Ukraine to strike deep inside Russia. But with Trump, there are no red lines. Whatever the outcome, these talks are a welcome move. Any step to end the war is good. Any step to keep communication lines open is also good.
It's also good.
We'll be tracking this summit closely.
No? Ano man ang mga mangyari, mga tol, dito ngayon nakasalalay, no? Sa pagpupulong ni Trump at saka ni Putin, diyan nakasalalay ang magiging kapalaran ngayon ng ating daigdig. Kahit sabihin natin dalawang bansa pa lang naman 'to eh. Hindi naman pwede nating ituring na world war agad 'yan. Hindi, mga tol eh. Kasi etong dalawang bansang to, mga kapatid, may malaking impact sa ekonomiya ng buong mundo. Lalong-lalo na Amerika, alam naman natin, ginagamit ng lahat, mga tol, dolyar, di ba? Lahat, mga kapatid. Kaya malaki ang impact niyan sa ekonomiya ng mundo. Ganon din, mga tol, sa Russia. Dalawang superpower countries yan. Kaya etong pagpupulong nila, ito yung binabantayan ngayon ng buong mundo. Kasi dito nakasalalay yung ating magiging kapalaran. Kaya sana maging maayos. Sana maging okay. Dalawa lang yan eh. Tulad nga nung sinabi. Susunod si Putin kay Trump o si Trump ang susunod sa gusto ni Putin. No, at i-abandon niya ang Ukraine. Bahala na kayo dyan. Diba? Hindi natin alam, mga tol. Pero sana magkaroon na ng kapayapaan, matigil na ang kaguluhan. Anyway, bilang mga tao sa ating daigdig, ano ang inyong masasabi dyan? Comment na lamang kayo sa ibaba. Hanggang sa muli, ako nga pala si Shobaldi. Peace out.